Oh, wait, let's have a beer. There we go. That's better. Just didn't feel right. Hey, I'm Ben. I'm a huge fly fisherman. Welcome back to another episode of Huge Fly Fisherman here on YouTube. In case you're new to this channel, I post a new fly fishing video every Monday. Also, you can go to hugeflyfisherman.com for huge fly fisherman stuff, and you can check out my other channel at special.tv/hugeflyfisherman for video stuff that you're not gonna get here on YouTube. Today's Huge Fly Fisherman video is gonna be about fly tying. We're gonna tie the Marabou Leech. If you're not fishing leeches, you should be. They live everywhere and fish love to eat them. Me too, but that's a different story. There are tons of different leech fly patterns out there, but this is one that's really easy to tie. It's primarily a still water fly, but it will work outside of Oklahoma. I have proof. Oh man, that is a bad one. This is a great fly for bass, panfish, carp, trout, and probably some other stuff too. I caught a wiper on a Marabou Leech one time. It was by accident. I'll take it. I mostly tie this fly in black, but you can tie it in any color you want. Other colors that I use a lot are olive, brown, purple, and cream. The cream color is really good for carp for some reason. I have no idea why. As I said, this is a still water fly. It's meant to be fished in water that's not moving. If you want a leech pattern that you can fish in moving water, check out my video on the pine squirrel leech. I'm kind of proud of that video, mostly because I made a video about tying a fly and never even showed the fly being tied, because it's that easy. It's a good fly too. I've caught a lot of fish on it. All right, let's talk about what you're gonna need to tie the Marabou Leech. First, you're gonna need a hook. I tie this fly on a TMC 200R, mostly because my friend Mike doesn't like them. This hook has a curved shank, but a straight shank hook will work fine too. I usually tie it in a size 8 or a 10, but you could go smaller. A small olive Marabou Leech is a pretty good pattern for a damselfly nymph. You're gonna need some thread. I don't care what kind. I'm gonna use whatever's on this bobbin here. You're gonna need some lead wire or equivalent. This is size 025. 025 watts, I have no idea, but that's how big it is. I like to use the lead wire to give it a little weight, but you could also use a bead head or a cone head. You're gonna need some wire for ribbing. I like to use red. I don't know why. This is size medium. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but I like the way it looks. You're gonna need one marabou feather for this fly. You want to get what's called blood quill marabou. You don't want select or woolly bugger marabou. That's different. You want a marabou feather with a very thin stem and thin feather fibers. You don't want the real fluffy stuff. It doesn't work as well for this fly. Your feather selection is going to have a big effect on how easy it is to tie the fly and how it's going to look when you're finished. All right, let's fly this tie. First, you're gonna stick some lead wire on the hook so it looks like this. It'll help the fly look better if you build a thread taper in front of and behind the lead wraps. Tie in your wire rib like this and lay it forward for now. Now take your marabou feather and give it a good preen and size up your tail. It should be about as long as the entire hook. Tie in your marabou feather, lay your wire toward the back, and move your thread up to the front. Okay, now the most important thing about flying this tie is to twist the feather a little bit as you're wrapping it forward. But don't do it too tight, just like 1 or 2 twists and it'll look good. And you may need to keep adding that twist as you go. Watch what your feather is doing and work with it. Wrap your marabou forward and cover the body, and make sure you leave plenty of room for the head because it's gonna be bulky. Tie in the marabou and trim it off. Don't cut the thread by accident. Next is the rib. You're going to counter wrap it. That means wrap it in the opposite direction of the feather. This way it doesn't fall down between the feather fibers where you can't see it, and it makes your fly more durable so it doesn't get wrecked by fish's teeth. You're gonna need your leeches to be durable because you're gonna catch like 1,000,000 fish on these flies. So counter wrap the wire up to the head, tie it off, trim it, and finish your head. Whip finish twice and you're done. So that's pretty simple, right? Now go throw your leech in the water and catch a fish with it. I like to strip it at a slow or medium pace. Leeches don't swim real fast. So give the Marabou Leech a try, whether you're new to fly tying or you've been doing it a year and you're an expert now. I'll be back as soon as I can with another huge fly fisherman video for you. Until then, go pick up some trash, please, and stay huge. Oh, Rudy wants to be in a video. Rudy, can you say hi to the camera? Do you know how to do that? He's a good fishing boy. Good boat dog anyway. He's a good boy. Okay, so yeah.